up for a minute? We gotta get you the fuck out of Dodge, man. We're going to Vegas tonight.
What are you talking about, Vegas?
Vegas, baby, Vegas.
Hey, welcome back, subscribers. And to those new people just happening to stop by, hey, welcome to you guys too. I'd like to go ahead and take some time to give you a recap of where we are from day one of this trip. Day one of this trip, if you look back, I started this whole thing with just $25. And I ground it out for the first, I'd say 4 hours. And I never once dipped into that second bankroll. Go ahead and take a look at it, and it's quite amazing, and I'm quite proud of that. But besides that, I moved on in the first day, and I paid for my entire trip. That includes airfare, that includes housing, that includes food, and I also saved enough or made enough to go ahead and pay for my original bankroll for my next trip. And that's generally how I do it. Whenever I start on a new strategy or whatever, I challenge myself to do just that. And I will be doing that in my next coming trip, and I'll go ahead and share with everybody my outcomes to the best of my ability. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to record it and stuff, but regardless, I think it'll be a pretty cool adventure. I'll be doing the same thing over a 3-day period. And yeah, I won't be staying in the nicest place, but that doesn't matter, because I want to represent what it's going to be like for, the average person who wants to go to Las Vegas and make some money and not lose it, or not leave a loser. So anyway, having said that, when I started this, day one I made $800, which covered all the expenses. And now I'm on my second day of my trip, and I started at a next tier. So here I am at my next tier, and I'm up $600 within the first 3 hours and 15 minutes. And I'm kind of curious just how far this is going to go. Will I go ahead and make it to $3,000 pure profit? I'm pretty confident I will. But anyway, besides that, I figured I'd go ahead and give a quick recap of also how this strategy really works. Basically, by waiting for the 7 and the come out roll not to be a point on the second tier, I'm basically diminishing the expectations that 7 is going to come in. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, well, a 7 has more combinations, and I have to agree with you. However, what we have are 4 numbers that are competing with that 7. Yeah, they might not have the same combinations, but at the same time, these are the competitors. Additionally, what's really kind of nice is I have the ability to control my bets by turning them on and turning them off. Much in the same way a player has the same advantage by playing the don't pass. They have the right of picking up that at any time and leaving the table. Why? Is the casino knows that they have more probability of this coming in than any other number. So that's what a really nice feature of this is you could turn this stuff off and you can control the game in your favor and work it like a machine. And that's what I encourage everybody to do, is go through this, practice it. Not only on a simulator, but grab some dice, Grab some dice and do it. Set it up really simply. You don't need to have a nice felt. You just take a piece of cardboard, roll the dice, keep track of it, and whenever you lose, simply subtract that amount and go all the way down. And you're going to see exactly what I wanted to create as a part of my requirements for developing a strategy. So, having said that, I want it to appear like a really good stock that's on a bull run, slowly going up with a little kind of plateau, but slowly going up. And that's ideal for every situation, because it allows you, much in the same way of the stock market, of taking your winnings or earnings from that and increasing the amount of stock that you can buy. Much in the same way, in comparison contrast, you have the ability of this to go ahead and move up tiers, or levels as I call them, in your gambling. And that's pretty much where I am. I started off at that $1 level, which is $25. And I waited patiently, kept my goals in place, my goals of paying for my bankroll, my goals of paying for my trip. And the way I do it is the first trip I consider a quote-unquote business expense. Therefore, whatever money I make for that expense now carries on and allows me to play again, because my whole entire trip is paid for. So let's go ahead and put this in a perspective for you. What if you could do this twice, 3 times a month? It's pretty astronomical money, considering, you know what, each time you win, you're looking at probably $3,000 profit. That's $9,000 a month. And that's pretty much what my goal is with doing this, is to, have you guys come along on a journey to see if I could achieve that goal. If I don't, then you know what? It was worth the good effort, because I'm very confident with what I've created. I spent hours upon hours to go ahead and refining this. And I've tried the hard ways. I've tried the field bets. I've tried every combination. And with regards to the don't come, if the point is established at a 6 and you place your bet there and it happens to be an 8, you know what? You're in big trouble. So anyway, having said that, I've in my confidence eliminated every possibility and refined it down to the most simple structure that everybody could use. And that was my goal. So without me carrying on, let's go ahead and start off here. Let's go ahead and head to the casino. I am at the 3rd tier. Technically the first tier would be 3s, and then I move up with time to the 5 level. And now we are with the amount of money, which is going to be about $425, to go ahead and to play this tier. And I like this tier in particular because the 6s and the 8s, of course, have the most combinations of dice under the 7. So whenever these hit, by having them at $10 each instead of 5, I've now increased my earnings substantially. My guesstimate is within 15 minutes, you can go ahead and be making $75 within that 15 minutes. It takes generally 30 rolls to achieve that 15-minute mark, because it rolls every 30 seconds. So without me carrying on too much, I'm glad you're here at the casino, and let's see if I can make another $75 and add to that 600 and slowly build it up and build it up. All right? Hang tight. Let's head to the casino. And this is a perfect opportunity for me to share with you how to recover. You can notice the patterns I'm getting after every come out roll. We get a hardways number coming in. That's not quite normal to happen over and over and over again, but on a simulator it really doesn't matter, because with patience, the whole objective is to overcome those 7s, and I'm pretty confident I've done that. So let's carry on. See, you can see that the patterns are quite evident, but aside from that, let's carry on. Normally in this situation, I would have just cashed out, but I know what's going on here is not quite normal, and I'm okay with that. Why? It's because I'm pretty confident I can overcome it. Now I'm in a pretty good situation. I don't have to push things. I did it for 3 times. And yeah, it was a grind, but then again, let's go ahead and consider how many of those hardway numbers are coming up in a very unusual pattern. So I'm not worried about it. And having said that, let's carry on. Okay, there you have it. We had a nice recovery, and I'm up $25, which isn't much, but at the same time, I got myself out of that hole. Yes, it took a long while. Unfortunately, we did have a lot of situations where there were some oddities, but then again, I don't want to push that limit anymore. So, out of all honesty, I'll call it 25 bucks. I'll be happy with it because of the recovery, and now I ended up with $625. So anyway, having said that, I'm going to bring this long video to a close. And with that in mind, hey, you know what? I'm going to say good luck to you by saying Chuk Di Kap, which is Thai for best of luck to you. And have a great day. And you know what? Have a better tomorrow. You guys take it easy.